What's up, y'all? I'm back. Sorry if I look a little burnt. It's just that just came back from work. Was standing under the sun, and I didn't have enough sunscreen. I thought I put on some like a good amount in the car, but wasn't enough. So today's Saturday. It's Gavv Day, and I'm excited for episode two. This is just gonna be my predictions, my thoughts before episode two. After the segment, it's gonna be the actual review, right? Timestamp right here for the actual review. So, my thoughts. Well, I did predict a lot of stuff last time. I'm not sure if I'll be able to predict it this time though, because I knew there was gonna be like a segment in his own home planet. But in retrospect, I did get a lot of stuff wrong, and also something I didn't really quite understand. Of course, because when I first watched it, it was just a live broadcast. I didn't have any subs. I just had to go off what I've heard, right? And in my review, I thought the little kid was called Nishiki, right? Or Nishiki or Nishio. But his name is Hajime, and I realized when I was watching the subs that the reason I actually thought that was because when his mom saw Gavv and the Granite, and she said, "Oh, there's monsters, two of them," and she said two of them. She said Nishiki, and I thought that was her calling out her son Nishiki, because that's also a name, right? But yeah, and I'm also really interested in how this is going on, because I remember before the subs came out, a lot of people thought that Shoma had amnesia, but I don't think he does, especially because when he has those flashbacks in the actual episode, he doesn't seem confused about them. They seem like just PTSD flashbacks, rather, or fond memories, because he immediately remembered that this is his mom's world, and then based on how he talks about snacks and gummies and stuff, those are probably stuff that his mom talked about, and it's like, oh, don't eat our snacks. But in my home world, or in Earth, we had real snacks. We had gummies. I love gummies, and and they had one where you put in your mouth like lollipops, right? And so she told him about that, and now like he was always wondering about those, and now he sees them. It's like, oh, is that what this is? It's like, yeah. All right. Also, sorry about my hair. I just got out of the bath a couple minutes ago. But yeah. I'm assuming that's what his mom was talking about. And I'm excited to see what the whole thing with the granules is, especially with the stomachs specifically. And I want to see Valen, right? I don't think we're going to see Valen transform this episode, at least not yet. Oh, obviously, right? We're just going to see Zaku chips. I'm excited to see more bike action, because the one thing I really like about this bike is that since it's just a regular bike, slightly repainted, we do have a chance to get more bike action because Japanese bike laws, right? I really hope that this is why they're doing it. I'd be really happy if they do. And if there's anything else I want to talk about, I do want to see him fight more, just to see if I can get used to this new suit. And I want to see more of Shoma just being a weirdo. Yeah, remember last prediction when I thought like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna just like keep his alien identity a secret, and then in the review I said, oh, he didn't. That's because again, can't understand Japanese and there were no subs at the time, right? But turns out he will be keeping it a secret. It's just that he like slipped up with the first guy with Hajime because he doesn't know what the fuck to do. But it's Hajime's idea to keep it a secret too. I also like the implication of that. The reason that why he's a common rider and why he has the red Gavv is because his moms have human, and that's why he's different from the other Granites. So far, that's what I'm thinking, right? I'm really excited to see the whole mystery about his past, right? I mean, it's not too much of a mystery. You can kind of guess most of it, but right, I'm just excited to see what's going on. Episode 2 is about to come out, right? I just rewatched episode 1 just to get a little refresher, and so yeah. This is going to be the review starting right now. And we're back. Right, so it's been about an hour or two since that last segment. I watched the new Gavv episode. It's pretty banger, right? I think I liked it a little bit more than the first one. The fight against the Granite at the end was probably way better. Like, at least in my opinion, I liked it more. Then obviously the new character Sachiko, she was pretty fun. I really liked the opening. I really liked the visuals. The kind of graffiti vibe. I really liked it. I really liked the Sachiko's little room, which is going to be probably like their main hideout throughout the show. I like the villain faction. Like the stomachs, they like the designs pretty cool. Their dynamics pretty cool. Obviously, full frontal. I only watched a live broadcast, so no subs yet. I'm not entirely sure what was going on. But I think I understood it pretty well. Just generally what was going on. I really like how Shoma was like, his whole thing is like, I gotta protect humans' happiness. How dare you like eat their happiness, right? That kind of stuff. Because I think he was helping Sachiko's friend move in, and then after that, Sachiko's friend was, you know, eaten. So he was like, "Fuck, man, she's my friend. Like, she was so happy to have a room, right? Yeah." I like his whole gimmick, and then I thought it was funny the way the Gochizo were kind of coming out of his pants, or his shirt sometimes. It was a pretty funny visual. And obviously, eventually, Sachiko's gonna find out, right? Hanto, Comrade Valen, he's on Gav's case. I wonder if he's ever gonna find out that Shoma's Gavv, or if it's gonna be like an Agito situation, where like he knows Shoma, but he doesn't know Shoma's Gavv. So he's kind of amicable with Shoma until he finds out that Shoma's Gavv, and then there's gonna be a little bit of drama. But obviously, they're gonna end up being friends, right? Secondary, primary, that's how it is. But his whole thing is pretty cool. He went back to Hajime's family. He talked to them about the monsters. Obviously, Hajime's fighting for Shoma. He's like, he's not a monster, bro. You don't get it. You guys just don't get it, right? I like the little sketch that Hanto made of him, and a little backstory where Hanto like had his friend, I think, or sister abducted by a monster. Was pretty cool. So it kind of like justifies his whole like thing, right? And there's also the pretty much the confirmation that most regular foods aren't gonna be like power-up items for Gavv. It's just gonna be candy, sweets, snacks, that kind of stuff. Because he ate the curry and rice and nothing, right? And he like specifically pointed it out, like, oh, what the fuck, nothing's coming out. And then he ate the chips, and that's when the Zaku Zaku chips one came out. I think it's cute how they kind of like are sentient-ish and like jump around and stuff. I really like the little shots where it's like the physical Gochizo and they're just kind of being pulled around by a string or something. Those are pretty funny. I'm wondering how it's gonna be like when Sachiko finds out about them. She's probably just gonna think they're cute, right? She's not gonna freak out. She generally looks really cute and like she looks like a fun character. I really like the this reminds me of a bunch of like Discovery Kids shows from back in the day. I used to watch this one. I forgot what it's called, but it's a guy that would just make handcrafts, like homemade little crafts with like paper and glue and that kind of stuff. Their lair kind of looks like that. It's kind of the vibes I got, and it's fun, you know. It's for kids. It's cool. The OST doesn't disappoint, right? I'm pretty sure if I find the main BGM for Gavv, I might play it in the background of this video. Not sure if I now, probably in the intro or at the start of this segment. But yeah, second episode, I really liked it so far. I don't have as much to say as when I watched the first one, because it's pretty much not more of the same, but just more of, you know, going through the motions. Right. So far, 2 out of 2 episodes, both have bike riding segments. You know what I said in the preview. Hopefully, since he has a regular bike now that's not modified, they can bypass the laws and actually, you know, ride it on the streets, right? That would be really cool. What else? I'm surprised they kept going with the whole like gimmick of his gum being like blown off and then having to to crank his shit again to put it on. I really like how they did that during battle, like when the tentacles were all running around. You kind of like blink and you'll miss it. It was a really cool detail. The suit still looks okay. I don't really like the helmet close-ups, because not only are his eyes weirdly flat, I really fucking do not like how flat his eyes are. But then there's also the fact that, like I said earlier, right? His helmet is just like a 2D mask plastered on a black ball that's supposed to be his head shape, right? That's kind of weird. It's not a full helmet, and I really like the full helmets. But again, that's an old complaint. I don't have to bring that up again. Shoma so far, he's a pretty fun protagonist. I really like his deal, his personality. He's fun. He's a cool guy. I wonder if they're ever gonna tone down his fascination with just snacks. 'Cause that's probably not gonna deal. That's not gonna be like really popular with parents. 'Cause then their kids will just, you know, they might tone that down later. But for now, it's fun, right? I can't wait to see like who Gavv meets in the next episode, or Shoma, who he meets, and you know, because it's probably just gonna be him meeting the main cast of the show in the next couple episodes, and then just going back and hanging out at Sachiko's place for the whole show. Because if I remember correctly, in the episode preview for episode 2, from episode 1 with the subs, she was saying that if he has nowhere to stay, he can stay there. So he's probably gonna go back, right? But so far, I'm liking it. My criticisms that I already said before still stand. I can't really take the Gochizo seriously, or the transformation effects where he's in like a snack bag. I do not like the transformation noises. I do not like how the Gochijos look when they're opened. Sorry. I'm not the biggest fan of the suit still. The action, pretty good, but you know, that's excited to the Kamen Rider. I'm excited to see more bike segments, right? I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but I would be really happy if they do that. But so far, again, I can't complain. I like what we've gotten so far. It's only episode 2, so I can't judge too much. But I like it, and I'm probably not gonna show too many like full clips in this video, because last video I showed that one clip of Gavv fighting, and my video got not copyright struck, but it got that little clip got copyright detected by Toei snipers, and like I don't want to fuck with Toei snipers when I have less than 20 subscribers, man. I'm not dealing with that. I'm sorry. But so far, Gavv is fun. Gavv is fun. And I don't know what to say other than, you know, can't wait for next week. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully by then I have a different job. I was gonna record this video with gum in my mouth because I have some gum here. But while I was doing like a demo recording for practice, I realized it's more of a pain than it's worth to like just talk all the time with gum in my mouth. Because then I need space like to chew. And that's just dead space when it comes to the audio of the video, and it's just not worth it. And then I'd just be talking with a little piece in my mouth, trying not to swallow it, right? It's not worth the bit, right? I do have some gum, pretty good. Yeah, it's my thoughts on Gavv episode 2. I thought it was okay. I liked it, and I cannot wait for week 2 for episode 3. See y'all.